over 400 fucking hours later, and I've finally done it. Super Jonald K-World is real. Jonald without the K was already taken, and I'm a little upset. Who's out here trying to steal my identity? And I'm just here to play my fun little world for you. And look at this! It's JK! That's the initials of my screen name. How cool is that? One Walkway. One Walkway is just your standard 1-1 level. It opens with the same area of the original Super Mario Brothers, and I think that's a nice little touch. Now, something I almost forgot about is that in almost every level, I put these 3 key coins, and you need those if you want to get some cool bonuses. Also, exploring can lead to some hidden secrets, like becoming just fucking invincible. Alright, God fears me. Like, come on, why do you think I have anxiety? If I didn't have anxiety, God would have been dead. Like, well, I would have killed him directly. Whatever. Once you get the key, I'm not talking about that one. Once you get the key, you can go in this door. And then once you go in this door, you can go in this pipe. And once you go in this pipe, you go in this bonus area. And you just get a lot of coins here. This is kind of your sort of one-up farm. The key coin system is meant to replicate the star coins, and there really isn't much bonus content I can give out in my Super World, so I just decided to give you a fuckload of one-ups. As of course you could probably tell by my leg count fucking doubling in the first level. Also Luigi-ish moving. Castle Overlook. I saw this little pixel art stuff in, like, the Super Mario 64, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Maker worlds, and I thought it'd be cool to just use that for one of my levels. I'm gonna be completely honest, I had an idea, like, way back, to use my, like, entire 100 uploads that I could possibly have for Super Mario Maker 2 and make an entire semi-comprehensive Super Jonald Maker, like, Odyssey, a whole, like, 100 stage long world, alright? With bonus levels, 9 normal, well, 10 worlds technically. World 10 would be the bonus level. But I decided to scrap it because I do have a life, and, well, probably not, but I do want to keep my sanity. It's a shame because I did have to scrap the space world. I mean, who knows? I might end up making some space levels, but for now, I just need a break from Mario Maker 2. Good egg, Greenway! So it wasn't until I showed the Super World off to my friends that I noticed this chimney thing looks very phallic. Yeah, I've definitely made a few oversights in this world. Fuck. Well, you know what? Show must go on. I'm dead. Listen, that might be World 1, but you can die in my Super World. I won't judge you. Listen, my Super World may not be, like, nonsense hard, like Alpha Rad or Rubber Ross World, but I like to think, I pride myself on just having cool themed levels, you know? You just got this little Yoshi stuff. You're just traversing around trees with bridges on them, and I think that's cool. You know, as an aspiring game designer, I feel like this is kind of just where I fit in. Eventually, my dream is to work at Nintendo as a game designer, and that just... man, Super Mario Maker helps me live that fantasy out, and it's very cool to just design all these Mario Maker levels. The only reason I don't use ROM hack editors like Lunar Magic is because I'm too fucking stupid to use it. Bell Bluffs. Super Jonald World levels are 1 area long, and I think that's a good length because I tried making 2 area long levels, you know, with the area, and then halfway through you go through a pipe to go to the sub-area, and boy howdy, those were way too long. Overstayed their welcome a hell of a lot. Hey, you know what? This can just be a fun little short and sweet adventure. Lemmys, Bouncy, Battalion. Going into the final draft of Super Jonald World, because I did have a couple drafts of this world, I always wanted to have the main boss levels where you fight all the Koopalings to be airships instead of castles, and I feel like castles, I mean, they're done all the time. Plus, the Koopalings all canonically have their own airship, and I think it'd be really cool to sort of explore that here. Also, yes, that is exactly what you think it means. It means you are going to have to deal with 7 minimum auto-scrollers. Alright, listen, I'm sorry. I made the speed medium. I didn't want this auto-scroll to go at a snail's pace. Listen, it has to be this way. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make an auto-scroller, but that's how the cards were dealt. Also, pixel art. The best way to spice up Koopaling bosses is to just add random obstacles, which seems very effective because they are stopping me from killing Lemmy, even though I beat the crap out of Lemmy just, like, what, 10 minutes earlier? I played this level. I played my Super Mario Maker World just as a brief little practice before I finally got the opportunity to record. I don't know how long it's been since I've been working on Super Jonald World. Also, you get cool little Mario Galaxy music, the best Mario Galaxy music, by the way, and you get a little 1 to celebrate your victory on beating World 1. And then Mario goes, "See ya!" Or in this case, Luigi, because I play as Luigi, because I have to pay respects to my origins as Luigi Star. The JK formation of the first world had my friends, most notably Seth, scared that I would make other worlds different meme images. They thought one of the worlds was gonna have a layout similar to the Lost meme, and I wouldn't do that to them. I put Lost in a level. Also Grassy Grotto. Something I really like doing with Buzzy Beetles is getting hit by them. It's actually incredibly fun. You take a Buzzy Beetle to the skull, I'm telling you, it's the best thing you've ever experienced in your life. What I like to do in my Super Mario Maker worlds is to kind of just use shit like the mushrooms or the semi-solid platforms as decorations for my levels, so they don't kind of look like a bland 1-2 world, so they stand out, you know? I grew up as an artsy-fartsy Nintendo kid, and I was already drawing my own world maps when I was 10 years old, so this is kind of just a dream for me. Also, gone. Oh, Monty Metropolis, this is a good one. When designing this level, it was kind of difficult figuring out what the fuck to do with the semi-solids in the new Super Mario Bros. 3 theme, because it's kind of strange. You know, you have these weird little mechanical shits, and they're kind of out of place with the other cave areas, you know? So I just decided to make a whole cityscape out of it, and it's underground because it's home to Monty Moles. Also, you get to bounce off these things to get a little coin up here that I demonstrated earlier while I was talking. Because, come on, in every cartoon ever, those little sign things, they're bouncy. Also, this Monty Mole lost his dog, and we killed him for it. I just like putting in little aesthetic bits on levels like these while this chain shop is maliciously chasing me with murderous intent. God help me! Crystal Spike Cave. I did make sure to have all 5 styles be represented in each world. It wasn't easy considering 3D world styles were a little bit, let's go with unorthodox. I still wish there was more than one semi-solid for the 3D world style, because man, it's 3D world. Have you seen 3D world? There's so many cool themes. Getting this key coin is a little bit strange, but what you have to do is go from downtown. So initially, I wanted to have a little thing where the spike ball comes down, and then you have to guide that spike ball all the way into a little crevice here, but then I ground pounded on this little thing and the spike ball just jumped up, and I discovered that completely on accident, and I found it very funny, so I had the player use it for a key coin. Like, even if you don't know how to make, even if you don't really have any good ideas for levels, I really encourage buying Super Mario Maker 2, because one, it's just a really cool game, and you can just tinker around with shit and find stuff on accident, and it becomes really good level design. That's the magic. Subterranean Smashin'. So when I uploaded Subterranean Smashin', I made the description for this level asterisk thwomp noise asterisk, and you're supposed to interpret that as "Urgh." Here's a little speedrun tech for people who want to speedrun my level. Boom! Look at that. I was so prepared to get crushed by that thwomp and eat shit immediately. Why? Because I don't have confidence in myself. Now, a little bit of an oversight, you can kind of just run without unleashing this random flop, but I'm gonna give him a little run for his money, because this is how it's meant to be played. I didn't really have much of a chance at dying there, but it was still kind of stressful. I probably did have a lot of chances at dying there, probably just hyping my own ego, but hey, you know what? Look at this! Now you get to ride this cool thwomp all the way down, and for the record, yes, I was in the middle of playing Thwomp Volcano and Mario and Luigi Partners in Time while coming up with this level. Well, I was either playing it or watching a Chugga Conroy playthrough of it. It was one of the two. Larry's Bullet Bill Train. So fun fact for the people at home, in the original draft of Super Jonald World, Larry was actually the first boss of this game, and Lemmy was boss number 6. And the reason I started the level over is because I got to World 6, I made the boss fight for Lemmy, and it was still Lemmy's Bouncy Battalion, and then I realized, wow, this is easy. So I just redid the whole world over. Nothing, no big deal, no cost to my mental psyche at all. I'm telling y'all, wait till I learn how to use lunar magic. It's over for y'all. Larry's Bullet Bill Train is gonna look like an actual bullet bill, and I won't have to use pixel art anymore. Well, I won't have to put blocks in Super Mario Maker to convey the idea of pixel art. And to distance myself from other traditional Mario games, World 3 is the desert instead of World 2. Bone Dry Dunes. Oh, I like this one. This concept showed up in all of the drafts in Mario Maker World. It was just a world where I used the stone blocks to convey the skeletons of big-ass Koopas that are dead. Listen, they're bones. It's cool. It's Bone Dry Dunes. And here you get to play a little bit of Bowser's Inside Story, but with a giant bone creature. One of my favorite key coins to get. Yeehaw! And yes, you do get shat out the back. Totem Trail's another good one. This level theme was actually introduced in the final draft of Super Jonald World, which is, you know, what I'm playing through right now. And the whole conception of Totem Trails was, hey, the semi-solid platform kind of looks like a totem pole, and then the rest is history. God fucking damn it. One day I was brainstorming for Super Jonald World and thought to myself, what if I made a level based on every single gizmo and enemy in Super Mario Maker 2? And then I immediately stopped myself and thought, am I fucking crazy? Also, Condors Claw. They're supposed to be little birds, and the swinging claws are the little talons. This is a cool level. Listen, my levels may be pretty baby easy sometimes, he says, dying. Listen, my levels may be baby easy sometimes, but you gotta admit, at least I come up with some cool concepts. Oh, by the way, you get Super Ball. It's kinda... Oh, I just fucking no-scoped him. I was gonna say, it's hard to aim him off the wings of the birds, but no, I lied. I'm actually super smart. If you want to do a 100% of Jonald World and get all the key coins, I'm not gonna stop you. If you want to do a speed run of Jonald World and go as fast as possible through the entire world, I'm not gonna stop you. If you want to obnoxiously promote my Super World to every Mario Maker 2 streamer you know, I won't mind it. Sunset Canyon. The Super Mario World desert theme was a little tough to place in this world, considering this just isn't a desert, it's a mountain. Maybe this level would fit right in if maybe, I don't know, we had a mountain theme, hint hint, for Mario Maker 3. Roy's Blistering Brigade. I find that I used alliteration a lot when naming these worlds, probably because I also kind of grew up playing Kirby. A lot of the worlds in Kirby games used alliteration, for a very good reason. Unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to string all 40 of the levels in this super world, make them all alliterative titles, and they all spell out fucking, I don't know, a whole ass sentence. It would spell out, what, Bowser's arms? I don't know, that's the first thing I thought of. And Roy's a cool little guy because he kinda just digs underground. I think it would have been really cool if he had the gun he had in Super Mario Bros. U, but you know what, this is fine. Give me a 1-up, give me a 1-up. Let's fucking go. I'm saying that like I need 1-ups, but realistically, I really don't. I mean, this is my Mario Maker world. I shouldn't be dying. Never mind all the times I did die. Seaweed Reef. Alright, you see all these fishies there? A pipe, a wall, you know what it's time for. Embarrassment. No, silly, it's everyone's favorite theme, the water levels. You know what sucks about water levels? They always look really good, but the swimming controls are usually ass, which is why I was nice enough to give you a POW block. I actually discovered this through playing some other worlds, that POW blocks make swimming a lot easier. You know, in the real world, carrying a weight while you're swimming usually leads to a lot of bad things, but this is Mario World, goddammit. and we don't have to abide by logic. Porcupuffer Pawn. So one day I was recording Kirby Star Allies with the gang, and the fool played my Super Mario Maker world, and when he got here, the first thing he did, was get fucking bored. And since it's so goddamn hard to get any visual help in the Super Mario 3D World style, I used the Piranha Creeper vines to add a little aesthetic. It's just a small little thing I did. I really like visual touches. I also like getting bored. It's very funny. Uh-oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, Big Bertha. Yeehaw! Everyone called him Big Bertha. They were never Porcupuffers in the first place. I'm a true Mario gamer, so I knew they were Porcupuffers, but come on, we all called them Big Berthas for a while. Mushroom Mansion. It wouldn't be a good forest level without having some ghost house in the middle of it, and I just thought to myself, hey, why not have this place overgrown with fungus and shit like that, and plants and stuff. Have you ever seen, like, a side of an old building, and it's covered in moss and stuff, and that looks really cool. That's kind of what I was trying to emulate here. Like an old rundown mansion that's got a lot of plant life growing in it, and, you know, unlike other ghost house levels, I just made this an actual level that you traverse through. It just happened to be ghost themed, which is what I just turned into, because I was right at the fucking end and then I died like a moron. In standard Super Mario Ghost House levels, they had you do some bullshit. Like, some bullshit. I had to look up the answers to half of the ghost houses when I was first playing them. Acidic Autumn. Oh, this one's a banger. I fucking love this level. This is one of my favorite levels because, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're in an autumn forest. You got all these cool red trees, you know, the platforms are moving up and down, they are falling, ha 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 ha, puns. In one of the previous drafts of Super Jonald World, the forest level, fucking Christ! In one of the original drafts of Super Jonald World, the forest world was actually unbeatable. In one of the original drafts of Super Jonald World, the forest level was originally themed around the 4 seasons. You had a spring level, a summer level, an autumn level, and the winter level. And then you had a death. You give your own levels an inch and suddenly they take your life from you. Iggy's Tree Fort. I always wanted to have a tree house just to see what it feels like. Maybe when I happen to get myself a kid and name him Bartholomew like I've been planning for the past 8 years of my life, because I've had this bit ever since I was like fucking, I don't know, ever since high school. Why not? Let's just say that. Even though that doesn't equate to 10 years at all, for a while I've had a bit where I just keep dying to my own fucking levels. I have a bit where I always say I'm going to name my first child Bartholomew, and sometimes I've been asked, what if your child is a girl? It's not gonna stop me. I could just call her Bartholomew-ette, or whatever. It does not faze me. I have planned for this. I have taken all the necessary precautions. Also, there are hidden blocks, just like in other traditional Super Mario castles. Fire Yoshi's warm-up walk. Little known fact about Super Mario Maker 2 is that the composers of these songs filled the snow themes with crack cocaine. That's why they're all really fun to listen to. Yeehaw! You can also burn away these bridges, and it makes platforming incredibly hard, which I've done a couple of times because, of course, being smart, it doesn't come easy to me. And if you bring your Fire Yoshi all the way to the end, you get a little key coin, but it doesn't matter because I'm not collecting all the key coins. You're gonna have to do that on your own. You think I'd really give away all the locations for all the key coins? Trust me, a magician never reveals his secrets. Abandoned Cabin. Remember that cool ghost house in World 4 that had a bunch of mushrooms and stuff growing into it? Imagine that, but if it was just ice. You ever seen an abandoned cabin on top of a snowy mountain? You know, the ones in the horror stories with all the guys with hooks for hands? This is kind of just supposed to be a representation of that. And I put in the builder power-up because, I mean, I wanted to use it somewhere. Ooh, another constant in the drafts, Frozen Falls. The story behind this level was simple. I saw these semi-solid platforms and said, hey, that kind of reminds me about when Niagara Falls froze over. And the rest was history. Aspiring Mario Maker 2 Super World makers, if you're wondering how I had the little rain effect at the top, I put a whole layer of falling icicles, and if you go up high enough, you have a little bit of a problem. Sometimes your aesthetic has its consequences. Deep Freeze Dungeon. Look at that, another nighttime theme. You know, something I forgot to do in Frozen Falls was do my little thing where I try to beat the level without moving. And you can't really do it effectively, but you can try your best. Sometimes I like to indulge myself in stupid little challenges where I try to complete the ice levels of my world without pressing right. It's a little fun little game I do with myself because it definitely works, and I want to get this checkpoint. Listen, I had the one left press, but I had to do it. I didn't want to die in another embarrassing fashion and go back to the start. He says, barely escaping death. One thing you can do with the Super Mario Bros. 2 power-up that I demonstrated a little bit earlier. Snowball fight. Damn. Oh no. I saw it all go wrong right there. Again, if you die to my Super Mario Maker world, don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad. I meant for this to be sort of a traditional Super Mario Bros. Experience. You can die on these levels. It's okay. Listen, I may be contemplating doing a full playthrough of New Super Mario Bros. U using only Nabbit to capitalize on the views gotten from my Nabbit mode speedrun. Probably because everyone thought I was Joe Sniffy. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm going to pretend that's the reason because there was a comment that called me Joe. And then someone responded with, ah yes, a man of culture as well. But hey, if you don't want to take the canonically easiest game mode a Mario game has ever had before, and play my Super Mario Maker world, I won't judge you if you die. Wendys Mountain Top Bop. Coming up with airship ideas for the snow theme level was a little hard. Initially, it was gonna be Wendy's skating rink, and then I kind of thought to myself, well, that's kind of stupid, because Wendy doesn't really do any ice skating in Super Mario Maker 2. Eventually, I realized I hadn't used the note blocks much yet, and thus, Mountain Top Bop was born. Also, Mountain Top Bop sounds incredibly catchy. One thing you can do with Wendy, I was gonna say just jump on her head, or not jump on her head, jump under her head when she's on the note blocks, because you can hit her that way. And I try to do that every so often, and it doesn't fucking work. One fun little oversight I had while making this world with the fireworks, is that if you accidentally overshoot the goal, you get your fireworks reward a little early. Ooh, this world's a cool one. It might not be abundantly clear what this world is supposed to be, but my idea when making World 6 of Super Jonald World was to make a city world, hence why I have Koopa Gardens. It's supposed to be like a nice little public square garden as I jump into a Koopa. These little semi-solids with the blue outline blocks are kind of supposed to simulate buildings and windows and shit. That was kind of an idea I had while making this. The description of this level is, I swear to God this isn't World 1. And, I mean, it's true, this isn't World 1. If it was World 1, it'd be kind of poor game design considering it's very hard. And I wasn't actively going for a hard Mario Maker level, I was going for traditional. Here's a fun little thing you can do, by the way, is get a lot of fucking lives. And by that, I mean 2! Ooh, I'm so good. There have been several times where I tried that trick in the past and died to my own hubris and stupidity, but that time I didn't embarrass myself on live recording. These guys are kind of just vibing here, and there's a pretty good reason for that, I think, because it's the Pixel Parade, baby. My idea with this is you're kind of platforming on top of parade floats that are pixelated images of different things in Mario, like a question block, you have a brick block, a Goomba was shown earlier. It's just a nice little touch. In the original draft, the pixel art world was in the space level. And I soon realized that, wow, it doesn't make much sense to have it in the space level. Sickly sewers. Fun fact about the Super Mario Bros. 3 style in Super Mario Maker, the forest theme is not good. I don't like it. This is canonically what the forest theme is. It's just a bunch of pipes. And while I understand it's supposed to reference the world in which there was a bunch of pipes, come on, man. Here's what I propose. Come Mario Maker 3, you give different variations on the same, I guess, level theme. You could have a pipe forest, a normal forest, and then, I don't know, maybe a fall forest. It would make my life a little bit easier. You best believe when Mario Maker 3 comes out, I'm gonna make Super Jonald World 2, and it's going to be very confusing. Happy House of Hats. So if you haven't noticed, the city world is kind of just filled with a bunch of the themes I had no idea where to put in any of the other worlds. Man, for the love of God, Clear Pipe Cruise could have been the sky theme of Super Mario 3D World, and we could have had the cool Double Cherry Pass music. It's honestly my favorite track in the game. It's so goddamn happy for no reason, and it's a shame it's not in here. Hey, maybe in a Mario Maker 3. This level I kind of just wanted to show off all the cool little hat boxes that I didn't really get a chance to show off in the other levels. That's kind of why this whole level is a funhouse theme. 360. Oh, right, I forgot I hit a 10 coin down here. Right, I forgot I also had a death area down there. If you don't have the Goomba mask, you just cannot pass through this area. The thwomps are too damn fast and kick your ass too damn fast. Bullet Bill area, it's a little bit of a pushover, but I mean, it was fun while it lasted, right? I made a big maze out of coin blocks and breakable brick blocks, and you're supposed to use the POW block to find your way through this massive maze of brick blocks. What ends up happening is this is just a massive place to farm points and one-ups. It was also a little bit of a pain in the ass to arrange all of these coin blocks in a way that it would make a little maze. But you know what? I think it turned out just okay. You're given the option to pick any hat that you want, and I think I'm gonna pick the Goomba. Cause man, look at this. He's just standing there menacingly. Oh, you're approaching me? Yeah, Boom Boom is a non-issue if you have the Goomba hat. He doesn't even move in his shell much. Just nothing happens. This is a free pass through the Boom Boom fight. It's very funny. I'll provide myself a little bit of a challenge and get hit. Hit me. Yeah, alright. Attack me. Face me like a whatever the fuck a Boom Boom is. One funny thing I discovered during testing is that if you get Boom Boom right here and you have a POW block on your head, if you jump here, Boom Boom fucking dies in one shot. Morton's Demolition Derby. So this city theme, right? It's been pretty cool, right? It's pretty much honestly been all a front because, not gonna lie, the Demolition Derby was the first thing I thought of for this world. And I said, wow, that'd be perfect for Morton. What makes it even better is originally this was a World 3 level. Yikes. Don't look now, but the track is not even on both sides. I drew attention to the fact that the track is not even on both sides to distance yourself away from the fact that I died like a fucking idiot. Something I just remembered is that the Demolition Derby theme is actually originally Roy's battle theme. Fun thing I found out through testing is that Roy can dig underground and then pop out of the bullet blaster. And it's incredibly funny watching big-ass Roy fall down into a pit. And now we've reached the moment everyone's been waiting for, the Sky World. Sky High Siege. So I realized that I haven't had a Lakitu level yet, and I think putting it in the Cloud level seemed very appropriate. I do have a little bit of beef with Lakitus in this game, because this is kind of all the screen you get. Since you can't really move the camera outwards, normally, Lakitu is at the top of the screen where the camera is hella far away and you can't hit him. And he tosses the spinies down to you from a height very high up. And it kind of feels a little claustrophobic when you can't move the camera. Stained Glass Skyway. Oh, this one's actually pretty good. Stained Glass Skyway was basically a result of me asking the question, what the fuck should I use these semi-solids for? Originally, I had the red and orange semi-solid platform just in the main part of the stage. And it was called Sunset Skies, and it had the weird looking new Super Mario Bros. U Angry Sun. That's not, is that guy, I don't think he's an angry son. I think he's haunted. Like, he's seen some shit. Airship Crash Land. The level name is a nice little double entendre because this place is kind of just an area where airships have crash landed and now they're haunted, but it's also a sort of play on the word crash landing. I don't really like the music box a lot of the times for the night theme, but I really like it for this one because it fits. Also, I think it, also, not to toot my own horn, but I think this is just a cool concept. You're running around a bunch of airships that have been tossed to the side, and you're running on ship masts that are flipped upside down because they're fucking crashed. The airship crash land was actually one of the first concepts I came up with for the sole purpose of this world, and originally I called it the airship graveyard. Tornado Tower. Now this might sound weird to say, but I really like how obnoxious I made this level. But it's not obnoxious in a bad way. It's, well, I think the better word to describe it is, you know, it's actually fucking challenging. You know, I think I had a really good combination of enemies that kind of plague you throughout. You have the bullies, big spikes, fire bros, and magic Koopas. Plus, you know, you got some little beatbox here and there because I wanted to include them one way or another. And how does this relate to the cloud theme, you might ask? Well, simple. These little guys. Hey, yo, is this? So yeah, while Seth didn't really make it this far into Super Jonald World when he came over to my place for Star Allies recording, he did fear that there was going to be lost somewhere in this world, and bada bing bada boom, there it was. And you fight Pom Pom in this level, because, I mean, what other places was I really supposed to throw her? Ludwig's Blaster Blimp. This level is a blimp, and I think that's really cool. It's a nice little use of the mushroom platforms. Don't mind me just tooting my own horn incessantly. I mean, come on, I have to boost my ego some way after I fucking die in that embarrassing fashion. Pro tip, this level is infinitely easier if you hit all the Mecha Koopas the second they walk into frame. And I did put some of the Mecha Koopas in this level in locations where you couldn't possibly hit them, just to add a little sense of difficulty. Come on, you can't avoid all the obstacles in the level. Also, pro tip, this boss fight gets easier if you kill the blue guy. The blue guy is dead. Now to kill the other blue guy. Fuck. If you kill the Zappa Mecha Koopa in the boss room, the boss fight gets infinitely easier because dealing with the Zappa Mecha Koopa is actually pretty damn hard. I mean, it's to be expected. You're in World 7. This is, you know, about to be the final countdown. But like, it's really crazy how every so often it's just a screen-wide line that you just have to stay away from. Alright, Ludwig. Ready to taste my foot in your face? That sucks. Alright. Zappa Mecha Koopa. That's a fucking shame. Whoa, look at this. Never mind. I thought I was gonna do something real cool there. It's time to hone in the power. My skills. Bring them all to me. Collect all 7 Chaos Brain Cells and collect them all and become Super Jonald. Alright, Ludwig, you might be my favorite Koopaling, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get any mercy from me. Time to perish! Oh god, this is a bullet hell! Fuck you! Let's go! Alright, run away from the missile, run away from the missile. And now we're here, World 8. With the funny number coins, there's no way Bowser's gonna be able to stop us. We have the funny number on our side. Molten Moat. Come on, what kind of World 8 would this be if it wasn't, you know, intimidating and with lava? It would be like Super Mario 3D World with a level in World 8 dedicated to motherfucking cookies. Oh no, oh lord, oh, it's the big guns! Jesus Christ, I just got comboed. You know, it would have been really sick if there was a volcano style for Super Mario Maker. Ahem, hint for Super Mario Maker 3. Also consider adding Nabbit for people who are stuck. It'll be like Mellow Mode in Yoshi's Woolly World. If you're not good enough at the game, you can just switch to Nabbit and you won't fucking die to everything. I mean, hey, listen, at least I'm repeatedly dying in World 8 and not to the first Goomba of this game. Strat! What? I phased through him! Fuck you, I'm damage boosting at this point. Yeehaw! Flooding Fortress. So I put the final Bowser music over the castle levels because the normal castle music is not that intimidating. But you know what is intimidating? Skulls and rising lava. And not having your frog suit in this water level. If you're not fast enough, you're gonna be swallowed up by the... Oh, fuck me. Oh, I'm gonna be swallowed up by the... Well... I got hit by the skewer, better than being swallowed by the lava, I think. You're given the frog suit for this level, mostly so you can kind of just like swim through all these obstacles. You do have to be pretty precise in some, and sometimes going fast with the frog suit can lead to your own downfall. Same thing with missing one fucking block over and over again. Bowser Jr.'s Bullet Haven. A classic twist on the phrase bullet hell, which I probably couldn't say in a Mario Maker level due to Nintendo's Good Boy filters. Fun fact, the word excavation is banned. I don't know why. Personally, to me, it's a little frustrating that the clown car also moves slow as hell in this speed, but you know what? Shit happens, I guess. I mean, I couldn't exactly have this during the daytime, because then it wouldn't feel like a final area, you feel? And yes, I put this area in the daytime, so, you know, you could be fast and have a speedy battle against Bowser Jr., like I just did right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Base break-in. This level was another constant in my drafts of Super Jonald World, and it's just a level where you go through Bowser's castle and you just use, well, this should have been the Big Boy Mushroom, but since I was an idiot and got hit, it's not the Big Boy Mushroom. Yeah, here's the Big Boy Mushroom. You get to crush all the blocks beneath your massive fucking feet. I don't know, I kind of just like the idea of the final stretch. You know, you're gunning it with Super Mario or Super Luigi, and you're just big as hell, and you're running through Bowser's base, just breaking into it, going to beat Bowser at the final stretch of the game. Which we're about to do, by the way. And then from the depths of the lava, Bowser's castle comes out of the ground. It's time for Bowser's climactic castle. For the people who are playing along in Super Jonald World, let me ask you a question. How big are you on boss rushes? I wanted to make this last level a boss rush where you get to tackle all the Koopalings, but I gave them a little spice. You know, their arenas are a bit harder. There's some added touches, and hopefully I won't get killed by the added touches. Die! I like putting the Koopalings in New Super Mario Bros. U style because they make noises, and it's cool. It adds some personality when you're beating the shit out of them. Die! Also, I kept the Bros. U castle music on and didn't make it like the Koopaling battle boss because, man, this music is really good. Intensity. It's really good. I like it a lot. The New Super Mario Bros. Series' music has always been bangers. Die! If you're good at the game like me, and you beat the bosses without going into Little Mario, you get a treat of a Fire Flower. But if you are Little Mario, that Fire Flower turns into a Super Mushroom. It's a cool little progressive power-up thing. Just to make things a little interesting. Die! Alright, I'm gonna be full frontal with you guys. The only bosses that are challenging is from here on out, because Wendy's boss is a little bit chaotic. I added no blocks on the ground, and I didn't really understand how much Wendy would fucking fly. Die! The Morton's little extra challenge is that he has only 2 layers of solid blocks, so it's easier to fall in the lava, but it's also easier to dunk him, and hopefully we can see that happen. Though it's kind of rare. Die! Also, I made sure to provide the coins for people in case they fucking died, like I just did. Damn it, man. You get checkpoints. I'm not totally crazy. You don't have to beat all the bosses from the start. That's reserved for my duties in the clear check. Die. Bitch, die. Die. I jumped right into me. Created some nice little art with a skull and stuff. And now it's time for the main event. The battle versus Bowser. What you're supposed to do is lob these shells at him. But, you know, that's only if you're bad at the game and don't have a cool Fire Flower like I did. Not saying that if you don't have a Fire Flower, you're bad at the game. Well, if you beat the... Fuck it, man. You can use the Buzzy shells as helmets, and I think that's kind of by design, because it would be a pain in the ass if you didn't have those shells. But we killed Bowser, baby! And of course, it wouldn't be the end of a Mario World without giving a little message. Thanks for playing. Like, for real though, if you actually bothered to play my Super Mario Maker World along with me in this video, dude, thanks. That's very poggers of you, I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait for poggers to just be completely outfaced by something else 30 years from now. So when my kids look back on this video, they'll be wondering, what the fuck is a poggers? Anyways, we did it. Bada bing, bada boom. Luigi wins. That is Super Jonald World. If you want to beat it yourself, I'll put the level code up right now. The level code was already up in the beginning, but, you know, you might not have caught it. Regardless, Thank you so much for playing my game.